last a lifetime. This moment is brought to you by National Cream Crackers.
Talk Up Yout is powered by National Baking Company in association with Cranwata, a Stanley and Empress production, giving the youth a voice.
Talk Up Yout.
So we come to know these youths and show these youths. Talk up yourself, the youths to know them roots. Nurture them, protect and love and hear these youths. Music make them know I love we show these youths.
Make them save the youth, not kill the youth. I build we come for build the youth.
Talk Up Yout encourages all youth to find tangible solutions for their issues. Are you ready for today's show? Today's topic is
I build we come for build the youth. Youth in action, Jamaica. We are
Build the youths them.
Youth in Jamaica.
Music and entertainment is dominant in our society, especially within the youth demographic. Listen, share, and join the Talk Up Yout team as they discuss the pros and cons of the industry. Our second segment, the hashtag TUI discussion, gets so in depth that we had to extend the show on our social media pages. All right, now, let's get this show started.
We have to build the youths them.
Youth in Jamaica.
So my issues with music and entertainment is the fact that a lot of the music produced here has excessive violent and sexual content. The fact that we focus so much, or the music focuses so much on one's materialism and looks instead of who they are. And the fact that music has a lowering of standards but a heightening of expectation amongst our youths, where they expect to have a lot of money easily and are willing to do anything to get it.
When you look at Jamaica comparative advantage on the world stage, music and entertainment is one of our best. But we don't enhance this, we don't develop the youths within this area, and we don't give them, make the music be somewhere that they can make a standard of living from and better themselves and to uplift themselves. We need to build more industries in order to facilitate this among youth. Apart from Edna Manley, there are no other formal institution that teach a youth how to DJ, how to do music to his best potential. So this is what underprivileged youths within our society.
My issue is the influence that the music tends to carry on the children, or just people in general. It influences the way we dress and what we do, what we say, how we do our hair. It's just such a big part of who most people are. Another issue is the music that they play on the public transportations. The coasters, to be exact, it's always the most lewd music, and it's just so vagabondish.
Alam, I definitely agree with you. The music that we currently have definitely have a negative impact and influence on our youths, and the influence is so high. The music is everywhere. The baby, as they can speak, they're singing those music, the dancehall music, it's everywhere. In addition to this, the role models, we have limited positive role models in the music currently, and dancehall music in itself is a symbol of sexual imagery and violence.
Music and entertainment in Jamaica pushes for illegalities to become the norm, where prostitution is okay, where selling drugs is fine, where sexualism is subjected for females to males, so you do whatever the males say, and that is okay. For Dexadap, it's easy, 7-11. I want you to have 10 man, me want to make 11. He really doesn't care about whatever is happening to this girl, or how beautiful the girl may be, but she brings sexual pleasure to him, and for him, that is okay. So it's all about self-interest. How good is that?
My issue is that children live what they learn. In society, sociologists separate the world into two separate societies: the proletariats and the bourgeoisies. Bourgeoisies are the rich people in society that don't care about anything. Proletariats are those who literally done their working to let the rich people get richer, right? So the proletariats are the ones that listen to the popular culture, what's not accepted by everyone else, such as what we have in Jamaica dancehall music, but it's widely used. So what's the difference?
With all that said, let's hear what social media have to say.
We have to build the youths them.
Youth in Jamaica.
This is Kevin too swayzy. This is Kevin too lazy. I will take a break.
Take 3.
First, National Baking Company, quality Jamaican product. Yo!
cheesy votes, the picnic, I gonna love them here. It's a more popular than hopscotch and video games. Now, this made with real cheese. They like cheddar grenades. It's like somebody set up a cheese war in your mouth.
It's shockingly cheesy.
Cheesy votes. Energize your taste buds. National Baking Company, made for Jamaicans by Jamaicans.
It's a WOW scholarship. Cranwater, in association with Talk of Youth, donates 3 $100,000 scholarships to 3 deserving youth to enhance their educational and professional development. Cranwater, supporting youth with WOW scholarships. Water with WOW.
I love my life. I love my life. Teaching youths them fi just love them life. I love my life. Me now walk on the streets I with a gun. On the streets I with a knife. Violence and crime don't pay off, so me just go and live my life. I love my life. I love my life. Teaching youths them fi just love them life. I love my life. Look how much little picnic them a dead, and I'm at the ground them a lie down in a grave. But me just don't want fi dead. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Me want live fi take care of my future, take care of my kids and my mother. Yeah, yeah.
We brought up some really serious issues before the break. Now let's talk about it. For example, when I grew up in my household, dancehall music, what are you listening to? You better lock that off and close your door. Because in certain families, certain type of household, I said before, the proletariats and the bourgeoisies, you don't grow up doing that. So, you live what you learn. Your family don't want you to listen to dancehall music, so you don't associate or listen to dancehall music. While in some communities where dancehall music and what they promote is promoted from you're like 2 years old until above.
All right, hang on, right? We live in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Everywhere you go, you hear dancehall. I could be in my car, driving, windows up, AC on, right? And I drive past somewhere, and I hear dancehall music, and children are curious. So, you pick up 1 and 2 lyrics, and you go home, Google the lyrics that find the song, like the song, fall in love with the song, and then it just happens. And you just fall in love with dancehall, and you just listen to it.
The issue I have with that, though, is this idea that only the bourgeoisie and the uptown don't listen to it, and then it's only the people who are not as rich who listen to dancehall and imbibe it. I mean, the truth of the matter is, in order for the promoters and the parties to get the kind of money, many of these bourgeois have to sponsor it. They have to be the backing people who are making sure that these shows go on. So it's not a situation where it's only those of whatever lower socio-economic class that listens to this and promotes this. It is from above coming all the way down. People want this thing, they market it, and they pay for it.
Social describe it as a popular culture. It's what's used commonly by the majority of people and accepted by that majority of people, but it's not what's set in society as what should be done. It's not our mores and our norms. Music is our mores and our norms. I mean, being loud and vulgar and being caring is a part of our Caribbean culture. That's what it is. But what dancehall music promotes is not.
The way music set it is as if we're supposed to look at illegalities, which is wrong. I'm seriously having an issue with that. Why can't they put in measures to ensure that you're not only seeing things of degradation and subjection, but you're also seeing things of upliftment. You also push for these things of motivation of the youth to do more morally enhancing stuff and not just illegalities to rob, shoot and kill.
Well, not everyone, because at the same time you can promote that, but what if the youth really wants to hear a Vibes Cartel or want to hear a certain type of music promoting the violence and all of those type of music? If they want to hear that, you cannot really stop them. Even if a parent say, okay, you cannot listen to this type of music in my house, when they are at school or when they're out with their friends, you cannot stop them from listening to whatever they choose to, especially now with the internet.
That's where I learned dancehall music.
Yeah, but it's ironic in our society that the persons of upper class is paying piola for artists to that the song can get airplay, and they are still the ones that want the songs to be heard in their household. So this is ironic for our society, because when you have money and you pay the selector them and you pay the disc jockey them at the radio station to play a song on the airwaves, so everybody is going to hear that song, but yet still you don't want your child to be listening to this song. This is ironic, this is bad for our society. So regardless of what, they are still beyond the music, and they are still facilitating the negativity within the music, even though they are against
But you know, Ricardo, I have to agree with that, because I mean, I think it really even goes back to that whole economical thing, because one of the things that troubles me about music is this lowering of standards but heightening of the expectation. And so these individuals may pay this money because they know that when a Vibes cartel come out and say, yo, cake soap, Clarks, they are the businesses selling the cake soap and the Clarks. So all the youths are going to run out and say, yo, me have to get that now at any means necessary, at any cost. And so they're willing to rob and steal and do all sorts of things. But then the songs are equally saying, you have to be rich at 20. You have to have a big car and a big house. And so I find out amongst the youths and a lot of my colleagues that there's this expectation, okay, as school done or whatever, you're supposed to walk out into wealth. And it creates problems not only in just the economy, but also in their own personal lives. They're supposed to go out and find that dream girl on the dance floor, or that man who wants to take care of you and love you and honor you. Nobody even thinks about having to work on who you are or your character, and that's what I hate about what it promotes.
That's why I advocate for a formal industry, for the music industry, because you will now set standards and boundaries of what songs to be heard, what songs to be played on the airway, even though we try to do that, but yet still artists can edit their songs and they use metaphor and they use personification and other literary devices to still bring out the meaning of things without saying it literal. So we still need to make some work in that area where that is concerned. So we need to make a formal industry in order to manipulate and control the music that is heard to our children.
I hear what you guys saying, but check this. I hear we're talking a whole heap about, the negative side of music and what it has done and why we need to change it. But let's pre the side of music where it's uplifting. Pre the side of music where sometimes you just come home from school, just come home from work and you stress out, lock up yourself in your room, turn on your fan, listen to some music, and you're good for the rest of the day. Let's pre that side, because we're just shooting on music, and music has done a whole heap for all of us, because I sing, I love music, I don't know what the rest of you guys.
For me, personally, without music, I don't know what I'm going to do. I walk with music. I'm even showing on my laptop is in the bathroom, music is playing.
That's true.
But for entertainment purposes, I have a problem. When you look at it, when you look at the TV, it's a specific images portrayed through this music. Females must have this hourglass Barbie doll look. Males must have this muscular, sharp, chiseled face look. But that does not allow for every individual to look that way. In that essence, now you're telling me, the individual who are listening to this music, who might have a low self-esteem, to believe that here I have to bleach. I have to find a way to go to the gym. So I have got teeth Miss Peggy shop. I have to go rob and sell coke. You understand what I'm saying? You're forcing me to do these things to look like this image that you're creating and you're showing me.
Exactly, so it sets a standard. The problem is that it sets an image, like everybody when a new song come out or like a new artist come out and she have blue hair and she have long nails, people want to be following that trend.
Why pre? Because music is not your parent. Music and entertainment is not what's supposed to teach you from a little bit. Say you don't go out there and treat a girl like that. You don't go outside and box a girl. You don't do that. No matter what the music preached to you, if you grow up a certain way, I'm not even going to say I grew up a certain way, but if your parent or your guardian sitting and talk to you and say, yo, you're a man, you're a woman, you go out there and you behave a certain way, that's what you're supposed to do.
True, but listen, if you're in high school, I find that especially in high school, supposed to be the best 4 years of your life, right? And you try to fit in as much as you want to be in that crowd. So when you leave people and people see you, you can be like, oh, I went to high school with that girl and she was this and this. People want to leave their mark, and I find that the dancehall music sets a very confusing high standard of what women should look like and what we should dress like and what we should shape like and what men should look like in general. I just set a standard that makes some kids believe that, okay, you know, getting rich is easy and I don't have to do this and I don't have to do that, and you're not going to step out of high school and bam, it's there.
Yeah, but it's arguable that dancehall music is social commentary, right? Because dancehall artists sing to what people will gravitate towards. So they not just sing things. They know that, hey, me and you can feel this kind of experience. So I sing it and I appeal to that side of your emotion that connect to you. So basically, dancehall music is basically social commentary, and it replicate the culture within our society. It's only just talking about whatever is dominant within our society, what people want.
Ricardo, check this, because if the music that preach the realities of life can affect your morals in such a way, that means that you need to go back and check yourself and check the music, because you should be somebody who is setting your ways so till that, you know, when somebody come try to tell you something, you go, no, that's not who I am. You must know yourself. So you can't blame the music because you don't know yourself.
But I feel like music sometimes dictates or facilitates behavior, and I would think that it would be unjust of us to sit here and say that, okay, this is all wrong, but this might be somebody's life experience. This might be their story that they're expressing and putting out to the public.
But at the same time, why exactly do you choose to not listen to the positive music and the positive side of the industry? Because like for me, for example, I love Chronix. I listen to Chronix positive music, and I know other persons who can say, based on their experience with listening to certain types of music, that they have overcome, say, their child abuse issues, they've overcome pain, they've overcome sorrow. As Bob Marley said, when music hits, you feel no pain at all. Why don't we choose as young people to listen to those or to highlight the positives, really?
We listen to it, you know, we really do. But I just think that society decides to highlight the negative part of what they seem to be negative.
And exactly, why exactly does the media, or why exactly doesn't the media choose to highlight the positives? Maybe because it wouldn't sell? That could be a possible reason as well.
I agree with you, Sherry, because many times a lot of the great songs, positive songs that have lifted me up, it's book ups me find it. Me just kind of on YouTube one day, and this person like, oh, this person look interesting, and I listen to the song and I was like, wow, you don't really hear that on television. Everything is either kind of a melancholy thing, like you're sad and your life sucks so much, or it's like this flashy, you know, I'm better than you kind of thing.
Yes, that's why I mentioned before that music is social commentary, because the artist understands this, so they replicate music what people want to hear. They know that, hey, positive music not going to sell as much as negative music will sell, so that's why they put out these kind of music. When we look at Conscience, he started out as a cultural artist, a positive artist, but he moved away to more songs that highlight the females and glorify the sexuality of the females. So the artists in Jamaica understand this, so they replicate these kind of songs to our society, because they realize that, hey, it don't make no sense me try sing them song and it not gonna away. I need to make money also. So that's why they sing these kind of songs.
No, but if you don't push the positive music, how would you know whether or not it will sell? If you just give it a chance and push it as much as you push the dancehall, it will sell.
Yeah, but when you have other artists in the dancehall industry that manipulate the dancehall industry, what set the standards, what determine what kind of songs is going to be popular. When you have a Vibes Cartel to compete against, it's not easy. You can't say, yo, me gonna try out the Vibes Cartel. You know, it's easy for the people already, you know. And whatever he says, the people is going to gravitate to. So when you go and oppose him, the people are not going to take on your side.
Because so we need to check the media, because pre-Chronix sell. When's the last time you Kesnam they sell?
Yeah, but Chronix sell, where he sell? He sell more abroad than Jamaica.
No, Rasta. Push his music hard enough on the radio. When you go on the coaster, Bear Dancer, Bedroom Bully, 7-Eleven.
That's why it boils down to the fact that music is social commentary. What people want to hear, that's what the dancehall artists produce.
What I think that we can all agree on the fact that music is a powerful tool, you understand? So it can be used and manipulated to our advantage as well. So even us as the youth, we can make that demand to say, I want a music of a certain type. We don't have to just subscribe to what they tell us we should do.
Ricardo, hear me, sir, because you said something a while ago and kind of lit me the wrong way. You're advocating for a regulatory body to control the censorship of music. Yeah. Now, I'm going to tell you why it lit me the wrong way, because I sing, right? And I play the guitar. Who are you to come and tell me how I can express myself? Remember, I said music is an art form, you know. It was, music originally started in Jamaica, the reggae music, because they wanted something to express and relieve the oppression. You're going to look for me and tell me, say, I can't express my anger in this way, I can't express my joy in this way, must turn down my anger, turn down my joy, and turn up what you want me to say? I don't rate that.
Let's say the vulgarity, the profound language. We not want our kids to be saying these things to our teachers in schools, so we'd not be using these languages. So we need censorship to guide you and to tell you, say, listen, if you're going to write a song about being angry, you can't use certain words. You can't sing it this way.
So you try to tell me I must change how I express myself because I need to parent a child?
Yes.
Yes, because social media is the largest socialization group. Media on a whole is the largest socialization group.
Parental control don't work. Telling your child not to do this don't work. Trying to monitor your child don't work.
It does, but we have to remember that children stays away from the home more than they're at home. A child is at school practically 8 hours of the day, an hour and a half for traveling back and forth. That is 9. When they get home, more like a parent is not there, so they are doing homework. After that, when the parent does come, they're not then to bed. So the parent hardly have a chance to speak to this child.
And not just that, have you ever, has your mother ever told you to do something and you actually listen?
Of course.
Do you, no, hold on. Do you always listen to what your parents tell you?
Well, I have an Asian Indian mother still say better listen.
At the same time, when you do censor the music,
there's hardly any song left.
There's hardly any song left, but at the same time, with the advanced technologies, how can we really control that? When you would probably block something on the radio and something is produced in the studio, it probably reach out there quicker than it even reach on the radio. In the street dances where some of these children are attending, recently in the media we saw some of the children attending these street dances. Sometimes in my community, when I actually see the little kiddies streets, it's a dancehall music, you see the kiddies them whining so, and they know the lyrics more than even they know their ABCs.
I guess what affects me though is just this idea that music is going to get the blame for so much. You understand? Because my thing about it is music is an art form. It does carry a lot of weight, but we still have to take responsibility for our influence on children, for our influence in our own immediate environment. Because the thing about it is, yes, you said we have to travel and stuff, but some kids travel with their parents. So during that time, a parent can censor the radio. I don't want to hear this. And some parents, they buy the tools, they buy the phones, they buy all the social media gadgets that the kids use. So you can block it. There are ways that parents can step in and say, you know what, I don't want you hearing this. You understand? And if a parent knows a child well enough, they'll know when they're hearing it. They'll know when they're listening to certain things.
That's not even the only way. My mom and I are really close. So if I hear a song, I say, Mom, listen to this song. But then from early age, my mom would say, Adrian, my mom would say, Jeffrey, this is not how we talk to a female. This is not what we do. You understand? So even though you hear this person that you like singing this song, this is not actually how it's supposed to happen. Because this is wrong. You understand? I think we need more of that in the parenting sphere.
Parents need to stand up.
Yeah, that's why I advocate for regulatory bodies, because you know that the artist is not going to take responsible for the social ills in the society. Dancehall artists tell you that they are not social leaders, they are not religious leaders, they are not political leaders. So we need to take the stand and we need to bring a solution to the issue. We can't assume that the issues is just going to be corrected.
Right, because if that be the case, the way dancehall is, I guess all of us would have been here catching and going crazy right now, because every song says so, we wouldn't even be conversing right now. Oh, 3 girls, 3 guys, boy, you know I have to go on. You understand? But we have control, we have choices, we know what to do. So in the same way, we can impart that to our youth to say, you guys have the choice at the end of the day, what you do.
Big one thing. After the break, let's hit the solutions now.
We have to build the youths, they have a youth in Jamaica.
I am here for you and you for me. So I will always love you, even through the hard times. If ever you need me, I'll be
Some moments
there.
last a lifetime. This moment is brought to you by National Cream Crackers.
It's a WOW scholarship! Water, in association with Talk of Youth, donates 3 $100,000 scholarships to 3 deserving youth to enhance their educational and professional development. Water, supporting youth with WOW scholarships. Water with WOW!
We have to build the youths, they have a youth in Jamaica.
Okay, so even with all the issues that we found with music, there are many solutions, and I think that one of the best ones is redirecting the use of music, especially to our youths and in schools. For me, music was a personal help. Playing music in high school actually helped my math grade to increase, and I'm definitely not a math person or a numbers person at all. Definitely music also helps with teaching. Studies have shown that our brains react better to music than we do to even words or pictures. And so music can be used to help youth identify things better, remember patterns and displays. And so music is more of a powerful source in that way. And bigging up the positive influences that we have, replicating shows like this one, making sure that we have enough positive influences out there, because music and entertainment are both very powerful.
I think we definitely need to launch positive educational uplifting campaigns with the entertainers, engaging the youth and with the youth as the focus. Many of these entertainers, they do have children, and they need to understand the influence that the music definitely has on some of our youth. In addition to this, the companies that use some of these entertainers as their ambassadors, let's try to push them to use the positive entertainers as their ambassadors, not the negative ones, because these are the ones that actually the people and the youth are seeing and engaging with. The Broadcasting Commission could also jump in more and be more active in organizing and coordinating the actual lyrical content, especially the violence against some of our female. The lyrical content needs to be changed and need to be uplifted. I know we cannot dictate to them what exactly they should play, but they need to understand the impact and the influence that the music actually have on our youth.
My solution is that in terms of the music that's played on the coasters, the Transport Authority needs to put in place or let the drivers know that, yo, you can't play this and this and this, because when you look in a coastal, majority of the passengers are schoolers. So they need to like tighten the reins on that and, you know, make sure the drivers know that there's a certain standard.
Yeah, as I mentioned before, that there need to be a formal industry for the music. So you will provide more schools for where you can go and nurture your musical talent, and you will teach youths within these schools that, hey, it's not only negative music you can do and make money. You can also do positive music. You can tell them about Bob Marley, Chronix, and other artists who do positive music and make a living. You can let them know that, hey, you don't have to only go the negative way. You don't have to sing about sex, violence in order for your music to sell. So if you have a formal industry, you will able to teach the youths and to teach them the right way to go, that they can make a better living and make society a better place for all of us.
I also agree with that, Ricardo. My personal solution is to ensure we put out better content. We need to tighten the reins on the content of the music and the entertainment, and we need the entertainers to partner with dispute resolution groups in schools to help our youth to understand that we don't just get up and be violent, we don't get up and just sell drugs and stuff. We need to do more positive things, and if resolving disputes is one way to get it, then I believe that's a way to go.
My solution is really simple. It's a call out, actually. A call out to the parents to spend more time in molding their youth, molding their children, so that they know what is right from wrong. Also, if you remember what I mentioned before about the bourgeoisie and the proletariats, no matter where you come from, no matter what you used to, play around them and preach and let them listen to positive music.
Okay, guys, that was a great discussion, but now we're going to go to the celebrity interviews.
Yeah, I just want to apologize from the start. I'm on a cell phone somewhere in the middle of Los Angeles, so my service might be a little bit shady. It might break up a little bit, but I'm here with y'all.
You've been to Jamaica before. Did you like it?
I've never been to Jamaica. I would love to go. I feel like I never really get a chance to vacation anymore. Like most of my travel is usually because of work. But if I ever get some time off, Jamaica is probably one of the first places I come to visit.
Seriously, what do you think are some of the keys to your success?
You know, I think, man, it's a lot of things. I think being prepared. I think hard work. I think when you realize that you want something, and every ounce of your being, every fiber in your body is dedicated to that thing. I think you try to prepare yourself as much as you possibly can to always be in the best situation, that you can be, to be the best that you can be in whatever it is. So, I think being a good guy, I try to be, kind of as many people as I can, and, always open and gracious. And I think people want to work with somebody they like, but then outside of that, I think it's just a thing of being prepared. I read a lot. I watch a lot of TV and movies. I feel like I know, as much as I can possibly. I feel like I'm always learning, and maybe that's what it is. It's me always wanting to learn more about what I do and about this passion and about this craft. And because of that, I'm always prepared because there are things that I know along the way that help me out.
How important is it to talk up or let your voice be heard?
It's insanely important. I don't know that we would, obviously we're in a society and we're in a time where, there's a lot of problems and hopefully people working to fix those things, but we wouldn't be where we are today if people didn't speak up. Whether that's to the civil rights, you could take that back to slavery in the 1800s, you could take it to the civil rights movement in the 60s, all the way to where we are today with, officers, killing, black kids in the streets and there's no repercussion. There's just so many things that we constantly have to speak up on and be heard on, in order to initiate change. A friend of mine always uses this analogy, but it's the squeaky wheel always gets oil. And, when there's a problem, you have to speak up in order for it to get fixed. It's just like you guys on the show finding solutions to fix the issues that are happening in your lives. That is what we need, and that is how we push society forward. And that is how, you see that speaking up has such a huge effect in social settings, in economic settings, in politics. Without it, who knows where this world will be.
This is a show for the youth, by the youth. What would you want the next generation to know and learn?
You can do whatever you want to do. And I know it's a cliche as it can get, but the reality is, man, if you just put your head down and you focus, and there's also, an openness, because you have to be open to learning new things and experiences and how those can mold you or shape you and have an impact on what you're doing. But the reality is, man, the only thing that can stop you from doing what you want to do is you. It's all about a mindset, and it's all about, figuring out how to always learn and grow and make yourself the best that you can possibly be and be in the best situation that you can possibly be to achieve the things that you want to achieve.
Music is such a powerful tool. How can you use it to empower the youth?
What you realize is that there are artists out there who have a positive message and who, putting out records that actually make you think. And if you break down their lyrics and you think a little bit more, you start to realize that there are pieces that you can connect to, and and your world gets a little bit bigger. Your worldview gets a little bit bigger. It doesn't have to be the box that you're currently in. I teach this creative writing class at a juvenile detention center here in Los Angeles, and these kids are, anywhere they're below 18 years old. So they're definitely in the same age as you guys, because they understand that people just look at them in a certain way, just because of who they come from and what they look like. But when they start to talk about the things they know, they then start to have pride in the fact that they are smart, they are educated, they do know more than what most people would think they know. And you see them stand a little bit taller because of that, because they actually, for the first time, are realizing all of the things that they know. And I think that's the cool thing about music, is sometimes you don't even realize, you're listening to a lyric and all of a sudden it just clicks in a certain way, and you realize how that connects with you and how it shapes you and focuses you into what you're doing in your life. And so I think music is an insanely powerful medium. And it's one of those things that, when you get a good artist who is smart and not just dumbing down and selling records just to sell records, when you get that opportunity to come across an artist like that, they're really, really special and they can change the world. Well, I just want to say thank you so much for having me. It was an absolute blast, and I appreciate every single moment with y'all. Talk up, you!
Talk up, you, Mr. Talk up, you!
In Jamaica.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Talk Up Youth, giving the youth a voice. Keep the conversations alive and help us to continue to find solutions for all our problems. Twitter and Facebook is at Talk Up Youth, #TalkUpYout, and on Facebook, Talk Up Youth TV show. See you then.
Talk Up Youth is powered by National Baking Company in association with Cranwata, a Stanley and Empress production, giving the youth a voice.